Questions?
Go ahead. What's the quickest franchise two-part? And that it took off quick. How long did it take? What's the slowest one? Franchise that y'all came across?
The slowest one sold nothing. We're good progress. And probably never will. The fastest one, I mean, probably Maya has had the fastest ramp up of all the ones that we've worked with at Franchise Genesis. At the franchise consulting company in the last year, probably the fastest one was Game Day Men's Health that went from 1 or 2 locations to about 700 sold in the course of 8 months.
That's a lot to do for what you guys do though too. You're ready for that 700. However many you gotta open, you know what I mean? It's on you guys to do.
Game Day Men's Health.
None of these experts are gonna open them for you. It's up to you guys, so be ready for what you get.
It went from 0 to 700?
1 or 2 to 700.
700 sold.
Sold, not opened, sold.
What did they do right?
You know, they hit the zeitgeist of America at kind of the right time. So it is, you know, men's testosterone therapy, hormonal type things, look young, get laid, you know, these kinds of things.
That's not illegal to have.
I'm not going to comment on it.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. One right around the corner.
You women have been getting hormones forever. It's not time we got.
The key is grow at the pace that you're comfortable with and that you can afford to support.
How many are they actually rolling out? Like like every month?
Game Day?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, they'll have months where they open up, you know, 15, 20, 30.
They joined a franchise sales organization, an FSO, another acronym, that helps on the selling side of things. And they have a whole team of salespeople that work with all the broker networks that can handle a lot more leads at one time. So that speeds up that process. It costs a lot of money, big retainer to be with an FSO, but for the brands that, you know, I want to blow this thing up and sell the company in a few years, yeah, that's what you can do.
The other thing to know about that is one person bought all of Dallas Fort Worth, which is 15 territories.
Right.
15 is in the 700, but he's got one location open so far at this point. So they're getting the first one open, and then he's opening up more territories over a development plan, which might be 2 or 3 years before they'll see all of those units open. But you have to have the capacity to manage all that or know what that's going to look like before you commit. Because what you don't want is someone who's going to not validate for you because you couldn't deliver and get it done. And that's going to help hurt other future sales.
So, but if it's do those folks that buy all of those territories, do they have to pay up front as well, or are they putting it out?
Yes.
So there's good injection attached to them.
But they get discounts after the first. Yeah.
Number,
That's why it's regulated, because there could be a lot of money floating around.
Here's a question back here.
Yes.
I'm not like asking all the questions here.
No, you're okay.
Just go back to the legal. When it comes to the package, if you were to work with Genesis, like paying that fees and everything else, is the legal gonna help us like to create the company structures like the main company and the IP rights company and the franchise company, or is it just FDD and then we should like piggyback with you after that?
Yeah, I would be, it's part of that package and you can answer to.
No.
I was gonna try to say it like a lawyer and take 17 words to say that, but no. But the corporate formation stuff really isn't as costly as one might think. And you know, relatively the trademark isn't either for what you're trying to invest in the brand. And if you're not ready to do that, then I'm not sure you're ready to franchise.
For you, Rudy, actually, how do we start working with you guys? What's kind of the recommendation? We have, set up Zoom, or what do we kind of do for the franchise?
Yeah, so once your FDD is live and you're registered with FCC, we're going to set up a launch call. That launch call will be a Zoom call. Not everybody shows up for it, but it gets recorded, so it'll be part of the database and we'll all get to see it. And then, however you can engage with folks, typically start with those who are on the call, follow up, get to know them, start building relationships, people that we know, like, and trust are the ones who get our referrals, right? So create good validation, have good presentation, give us good collateral material to share with our buyers, and then get to know us. And the folks that I typically recommend to my buyers are the ones that I've got good relationships with and who can close business.
And Steven, you say you're gonna start exhibiting at our expos, there's always a handful of the consultants at all the expos, you'll get to know them really well.
Okay, perfect, thank you.